Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
More decent than remarriage, Feng Shaofeng takes his son to see a doctor and Zhao Liying rarely appear in the same frame, which can be called a model divorced parent. Wow! Recently, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng rarely appeared in the same frame in the hospital. The picture of seeing a doctor for their son was exposed, which instantly became a hot search and triggered heated discussions among netizens. After the divorce, they still share the responsibility of being parents, which makes people sigh. This is more decent than remarriage. Zhao Liying dressed in a low-key manner, looking after the child with a focused expression, and Feng Shaofeng accompanied her throughout the whole process, meticulously showing a father's sense of responsibility. Although the two did not communicate much, they had a tacit understanding and provided the warmest company and care for the children together. In the entertainment industry, it is rare for former partners to remain rational and respectful after divorce, and Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng proved with their actions that a truly mature parent-child relationship is not the end of reconciliation, but to let go of emotions and work together to create a healthy growth environment for children. This kind of relationship is far more rational and warmer than remarriage. They use their actions to tell the public that parental love does not necessarily have to be tied to marriage. As long as there is responsibility and care, they are still the most solid support for their children. Their way of getting along not only warms the hearts of fans, but also sets an example for modern families, and they can be called model divorced parents. This picture is so surprising. The previous celebrity divorce battles that tore the world apart are simply two different worlds. Feng Shaofeng took the baby to the hospital, and Zhao Liying took him away later. This cooperation and tacit understanding can be called a textbook-level Model X. This can't help but remind people of the bloody plots of many celebrity divorces, various property division battles, and mutual exposure of black materials. Alice, in contrast, the way Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng handled it is simply a breath of fresh air. This is the decency of adults, and the greatest responsibility for children. They did not belittle each other, did not throw dirty water on each other, but worked hard and lived a low-key life after the divorce, but never missed the education and companionship of their children. Although the child did not have a complete family, at least he grew up in an environment of love. True maturity is to love children well even if you are separated, not to bring grievances into parenting, and to be parents side by side even if you are no longer in love. Such Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng not only refreshed everyone's perception of X, but also redefined the appearance of divorced parents. They use their actions to tell everyone, not every marriage can last, but love and responsibility can continue. Perhaps, this is the most gentle ending after divorce and the happiest beginning for the children. Many netizens said, this is the real adult, putting children first, which is more meaningful than remarriage. In the adult world, emotions should not be tied to children. Think about it, how many children are traumatized because of their parents' divorce? How many families are broken up because of their parents' quarrels? What they need is not the mutual attack of their parents, but stable love and companionship. Although Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying are no longer husband and wife, they are still the most responsible parents. Silent cooperation and non-contentious attitude have reserved a peaceful sky for their children. True love is to be willing to put down one's own emotions and not to argue about right and wrong in front of children. True maturity is not to destroy the responsibilities and warmth of being a parent even if the relationship breaks down. They gave their children the most gentle and safest harbor. In this world that is easily manipulated by emotions, they set the best example for adults with calmness and respect. They are not remarried, but better than remarried. They are not a family of three, but better than the love of a family. Their behavior is the best protection for their children and the most powerful fulfillment of themselves. In fact, there are many examples like Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng in the entertainment industry. Tong Liya and Chen Sichen also maintained friendly interactions after divorce, raising their children together, not publicly tearing their faces, not blaming each other, and escorting their children's growth together. What does this show? It shows that there are people in the entertainment industry who are trying to practice the correct values. They use reason and warmth to break the public's inherent prejudice against celebrity divorce and show that divorced parents can also be wise and warm. This is not only a personal choice of celebrities, but also a guide to social values. It tells the public, divorce is not a failure, nor is it an end. What's more important is how to better love children, accompany children, and respect children's emotional growth in a new life. In this era when emotions are prone to overflowing and relationships are prone to breaking, they use peace and rationality to support a peaceful sky for their children. and also set up another way of expressing love for the society. May every family that ends in regret in marriage continue to move forward in family affection. May every parent, even if they no longer love each other, still be the most reliable support in the hearts of their children. These days, love comes and goes as it pleases. However, responsibility and commitment should always be there. Parental love should not disappear with the end of marriage, especially for children. Children are not accessories of a relationship, but a lifetime of concern and commitment. I have seen many comments saying that they hope more people can learn this mature way of dealing with things and put the interests of children first. I think this is not only hope, but also a manifestation of social progress. The separation between adults is not terrible, but what is terrible is to vent emotions on children. The most valuable thing is not the fantasy of remarriage, but even if they are separated, they will not miss the growth of their children. Like Zhao Liying, Feng Shaofeng, Tong Liya, and Chen Sichen, they are telling us with their actions, marriage may end, but love and responsibility can continue, identity can change, but the role of parents will never be absent. This is the most moving maturity in modern society, and it is also the most worthy tenderness to be seen in this era. These days, love comes and goes as it pleases. However, responsibility and commitment should always be there. Parental love should not disappear with the end of marriage, especially for children. Children are not the accessories of a relationship, but the caring commitment of a lifetime. In the past, divorce meant the breakdown of a family, and the child's childhood was destined to leave regrets. But now, more and more people are beginning to realize that divorce does not mean the end of love, nor does it mean the abandonment of responsibility. Good parents, even if they are separated, can jointly protect the growth of their children. This is true love. I have seen many comments saying that I hope more people can learn this mature way of dealing with it and put the interests of children first. I think this is not only hope, but also a manifestation of social progress. Like Zhao Liying, Feng Shaofeng, Tong Liya, and Chen Sichen, they are telling us with their actions, marriage may end, but love and responsibility can continue, identity can change, but the role of parents will never be absent. Their approach has lit a lamp for countless families in marital difficulties and provided a new possibility. This is the most moving maturity in modern society and the most worthy tenderness of this era. In the past, divorce meant the breakdown of a family, and the child's childhood was destined to leave regrets. But now, more and more people are beginning to realize that divorce does not mean the end of love, nor does it mean the abandonment of responsibility. Good parents, even if they are separated, can jointly protect their children's growth. This is true love. I saw many comments saying that they hope more people can learn this mature way of dealing with things and put the interests of their children first. I think this is not only hope, but also a manifestation of social progress. Like Zhao Liying, Feng Shaofeng, Tong Liya, and Chen Sichen, they are telling us with their actions, marriage may end, but love and responsibility can continue, identity can change, but the role of parents will never be absent. Their approach has lit a lamp for countless families in marital difficulties and provided a new possibility. In fact, in addition to celebrities, there are many such examples around us. Maybe they are not so glamorous and there is no spotlight, but the heart that strives to maintain a harmonious parent-child relationship for the sake of their children is also worthy of our admiration. Think about it, in the future, if more families can be like Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng, centering on their children and facing the changes in marriage rationally, how great it would be. This will not only be a gentle way for a family to deal with it, but also the best embodiment of social civilization and progress. Let us pray together and hope that more families can have such harmony and love. I also hope that in the future, we can see more Model X's appear. Because this is not only love for children, but also a responsibility to society.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.